All right. Well, we here at Curling Canada do have a proud tradition of starting these things on time. So we're not going to stray from that tradition today. My name is Al Cameron. I'm the Director of Communication and Media Relations for Curling Canada. And it's really our pleasure to have you all with us today. To begin, I'd like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather virtually is the traditional unceded territory of the Maliseet peoples. The territory is covered by the treaties of peace and friendship, which Maliseet, Mi'kmaq, and Passamaquoddy peoples first signed with the British Crown in 1726. The treaties did not deal with surrender of lands and resources, but in fact recognized Mi'kmaq and Maliseet title and established the rules for what was to be an ongoing relationship between nations. As noted, my name is Al Cameron. I'm the Director of Communication and Media Relations for Curling Canada. And you know what? I'm glad to be back in Fredericton again, a year later than we'd hoped for, obviously, but really excited. A couple ground rules. First of all, nobody in this call is allowed to complain about hot weather. It is going to be 45 degrees here in my hometown of Kamloops today. It didn't get below 30 last night, so I'm operating on coffee and not a lot of sleep. So there's one ground rule. The other ground rule, yes, mute yourselves unless you're speaking, but there will be an obvious moment here in the next couple minutes that we need you to unmute yourselves to clap your hands. So I'm going to ask you all to unmute yourselves, but just be quiet. And to begin things, we're going to introduce the chair of Curling Canada's Board of Governors, Amy Nixon. Amy?
Thanks, Al. I'd like to welcome you all to a wonderful day of curling, for the sport of curling here in Fredericton, online in Calgary. And I'm proud to be here representing Curling Canada and the Board of Governors. After the curling season, some of us went through last winter. I know everyone wants some good news, so here it is. It's my privilege to tell you that the Willie O'Ree Centre here in Fredericton will host the 2022 Continental Cup of Curling. Lorsque la pandémie nous a forcé à annuler la Coupe Canada Home Hardware qui devait avoir lieu ici en décembre dernier, nous avons promis à Fredericton que vous n'auriez pas à attendre longtemps avant d'accueillir un grand événement de curling. Nous tenons cette promesse aujourd'hui et je ne pourrais être plus fière. When the pandemic forced us to cancel the Home Hardware Canada Cup that was supposed to be played here last December, we made a promise to Fredericton that you would not have to wait long to host a major curling event. We are following through on that promise today, and I couldn't be prouder. Fredericton always makes us feel welcome, and that's the case again today. Thank you especially to St. Mary's First Nation Chief Alan Polchus Jr., Fredericton Deputy Mayor Greg Erickson, and New Maryland Sunbury MLA for your support. And we will work our hardest to make sure this region will have an event to be proud of. Events like the Continental Cup generate huge exposure for their host cities through TSN's broadcasts, and it's probably the most fun event to attend and play in. There are nearly 30 guaranteed hours of coast-to-coast television coverage during the Continental Cup, so that's why we see groups like Fredericton Tourism being such enthusiastic supporters. We're joined by Fredericton Tourism Manager Stacey Russell. And Stacey, we are all thankful for everything you did to make today happen. We always know that the sport of curling in this province is in good hands, thanks to the amazing work being done by our partners at Curling New Brunswick. Bonjour, Bernard. They share our goal of continuing to build our amazing sport from the grassroots all the way up to the stars of the game who'll be here in Fredericton in January. I'd like to thank Curling New Brunswick Executive Director Marg Miranda for her valuable contributions to today's announcement, as well as to Curling New Brunswick President Bernard Savoie, who is with us today. As for the Fredericton Host Committee, I know how excited they are to welcome a Curling Canada Season of Champions event, even if it's a year later than they expected. The hard work is still ahead of them, and we all know that Wayne Talon and his committee are more than capable of pulling off an event that we will all remember. Again, thank you all for coming out today, and we'll see you here next January.
Thanks, Amy. And yes, she does know what she's talking about. She's played in this event before, and I know she had fun. We all have fun at the Continental Cup. It is the unique event in the sport of curling. One of the great things about hosting these events is the fact that we have great host facilities. And I do want to make it clear that the Willie O'Ree Center, Willie O'Ree Place, is just an outstanding facility. We've had events there in the past. And I know coming in there, it's going to cause some user groups that are going to have to leave town to allow us to come in. And we just really want to pass along our sincere thanks to all the teams, all the clubs that use Willie O'Ree Place in the time frame that we'll be there for making room for us. It's truly appreciated. I know it's not easy, but I really appreciate, and we really appreciate you making room for us. City of Fredericton, you guys really wanted curling events. You made that crystal clear when you tried to host the Home Hardware Canada Cup, and you did everything possible. And I know you stepped up again to make this event possible. And to bring greetings from the City of Fredericton, I'd like to introduce Deputy Mayor Greg Erickson. Greg.
Thank you very much, Al. It's certainly a distinct pleasure to be here with you today to help celebrate this important announcement. Mayor Rogers and my council colleagues all define success by the strength of our partnerships and by the wonderful things that these partnerships bring our community. This is especially true today as we contemplate an event on the other side of the COVID pandemic and what a return to normal looks like, and what a return to the excellent events looks like that we've experienced in the past with Curling Canada support. Certainly everyone on council, when we were discussing this last night, is very excited about this event and is looking forward to participating and doing what we can to strengthen these partnerships moving forward. And I know we have a lot of other people on this call, but the City of Fredericton is behind this 100%. And we know that there'll be many other events like this in the future, but let's, through Wayne Talon's leadership and the host committee, do everything that we can to make this a wonderful event. And I know Wayne brings a ton of skills and expertise to that committee. I had the distinct pleasure of working with him for many years at the city prior to his transitioning to a glorious retirement. Anyway, Wayne, good to see you again, and all the rest of you. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks.
Thank you, Greg. You know, one of the things that we've noticed in I noticed our CEO, Kathy Henderson, is on the call, and she can speak to this as well if you like later. But one of the things we've noticed in the wake of coming out of this pandemic is that so many people want to host events right now. There is just such an appetite, and it really speaks to the bid that Wayne and the city and Tourism Fredericton put together that we made this happen, because it wasn't a lock. It wasn't a lock. They had to make it happen. And there was competition and out there to host these events this coming season. I really do want to send a message of thanks to all the other cities in Canada that have been trying to host events. We hear you. We want to come to your cities and keep trying, but this is Fredericton's bid, and they went out and won it. And really a big credit to Wayne and Jamie and the entire city there. Obviously, the province steps up. The province really knows how big these events are for the province of New Brunswick in terms of exposure around the world. And to bring greetings from the province of New Brunswick, I'd like to introduce the MLA for New Maryland Sunbury, Jeff Carr. Jeff.
Thank you very much for having me here today to bring greetings on behalf of the province. I am just thrilled as a club curler to be able to share greetings on behalf of the Premier, my fellow MLAs, and that's all 49 MLAs in the legislature, as they've worked together really hard over the last year to get us through this pandemic. I really want to send a real good congratulations out to the Capital Winter Club and the City of Fredericton and their tourism department for putting this together. You know, MBCA worked really hard over this past winter to allow us to curl in our club curling, which was so important for our junior curlers and our Little Rocks. So to have this event here this coming winter will be just amazing opportunity for those younger curlers to watch the stars of the game. I have no doubt that this will be a world-class event. The CWC have the staff, the ice makers, the expertise, and with the support of the surrounding clubs in the Fredericton and greater area, we'll have a volunteer base that will just knock your socks off. So with that being said, thank you to MBCA, to Curling Canada, to the City of Fredericton, and you know, to all the club curlers out there that are just starving for more curling to watch. We watched several weeks of curling this spring. So refreshing to watch all those stars, and really be exciting to watch this winter. So thank you for choosing Fredericton, New Brunswick, the safest and the best place on earth. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. And you win the background game today too. That is nice. Really appreciate it again. And, having been one of the people that spent weeks in the bubble, I couldn't be more excited to get back to a sense of normalcy for our Curling Canada Championships this coming season. Always great to come to New Brunswick, obviously. It's been mentioned a couple times how the NBCA really steps up on behalf of the sport of curling. And to bring greetings from the New Brunswick Curling Association, I'd like to introduce their president, Monsieur Bernard Savoie. Bernie.
Hello, bonjour. Au nom de l'Association de curling du Nouveau-Brunswick, je peux parler au nom de tous les curlers de la province que nous sommes extrêmement heureux d'avoir un événement aussi prestigieux en janvier de l'année prochaine. On behalf of New Brunswick Curling Association, I think I can speak for all curlers in the province that we're extremely excited to have such a prestigious event in January of next year. One thing is for certain is that New Brunswickers are passionate about the sport, either as an active curler, as a volunteer, or as fans. We're all ready to embrace this event and enjoy world-class competition in our province. Our thanks to the fine sponsor Home Hardware, to Curling Canada, to the Government of New Brunswick, the City of Fredericton, and the host committee for working together to secure this event. Fredericton has proven to be a successful host for many national championships in the past, and no doubt that'll be the case once again. We're confident that the 2022 Continental Cup in Fredericton will prove to be a memorable one for all. In closing, I'd like to thank you all for considering coming to New Brunswick again. Merci à tous et bonne journée.
Merci, Bernie. I really appreciate your time. Really appreciate the support of New Brunswick Curling. And I've been there a few times for events over the years, and it's really a special place. Definitely looking forward to coming back to Fredericton for the first time since 2013. That was the World Seniors and World Mixed Doubles Championship. And our next speaker had a thing or two to do with that. Not only did he run that show, he managed to win a Canadian championship that year, and obviously, as everyone knows, went on to win a world championship the following year. This man is a gem among the curling community, not only in New Brunswick, but also in Canada. So to speak on behalf of the host committee in Fredericton, Mr. Wayne Talon. Wayne. And the words that we hear all the time, you're on mute, Wayne.
Okay, let me try that again. Sorry about that. Thank you, Al. I'm just really excited, to say the least, for this great opportunity. We've been waiting for some time to get back on the horse and in the saddle to organize another great national and actually international event here in Fredericton. So I would first like to thank Curling Canada for entrusting the Capital Winter Club as host for the 2022 Continental Cup. We would not be able to host an event like this without obviously the support as well of the City of Fredericton's Municipal Council and their staff, who have helped us on so many occasions with bid fees, facilities, venues, and anything else that we have asked of them for the curling community. Also, our city has a tremendous volunteer base and the best curling fans in the East. We have had the opportunity, like we've mentioned today, in the past to host a number of great curling championships, but certainly nothing at this level. So we are excited for our fans to witness the best curlers in the world, as many of them will be competing for the last time before the Olympics. And that for sure is very exciting for the fans and everyone. Willio Replace will be the venue, and as always, we'll have the best ice conditions possible so that each team can be well prepared for those Olympics. So on behalf of the Capital Winter Club Board of Directors, our membership, and the host committee, we look forward to showing everyone the tremendous Atlantic hospitality Fredericton can offer. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Wayne. And coming off a pretty good few days for Mr. Talon, shot a smooth 66 on the weekend, I noticed. So that's a pretty good few days for Fredericton and for Wayne Talon. Again, our sincere congratulations to Wayne and his entire team there in Fredericton and the Capital Winter Club. Well deserved. It's going to be a great event. A few questions, just a few points right off the top. Ticket sales. I know there's going to be a great deal of interest in Fredericton. Those will be announced probably in the early fall, if not late summer. So stay tuned for announcements on that, as well as volunteer opportunities. That will be made clear. That will be out there on social media, as well as on the event website that will be going live in the next little bit. And I'm sure Wayne and Jamie and the team there in Fredericton will be telling everybody when you can sign up for those volunteer opportunities. Obviously, there's still questions that are out there regarding what's going to be transpiring over the next 6 months. Obviously, we will be in constant contact with local, regional, and national health authorities, but all systems are go as of right now. We are truly excited to be having fans back in the stands for our events this fall, including the Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials in Saskatoon in November. We'll be announcing, a little birdie told me there'll be an announcement later this week that all seats will be available for that event. So we expect much the same kind of policies in place for Fredericton, assuming we stay on this current track that we're on. So we're very, very excited. So with that concludes the formal portion of today's announcement. We do have media on board. I will ask the media if you do have questions for any of the people that were speaking today, or our CEO, Kathy Henderson, who can speak to more of the issues. Just raise your hand, and that will signal to me that raise your hand on the Zoom app, of course, and let me know if you have questions, and we'll start the media questioning when we do get a question. And we will say going, and gone. All right. Natalie Sturgeon has a question. Natalie, please go ahead, unmute yourself and ask the question.
I didn't see the raise your hand option, so I can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Okay. So given that you guys had to cancel the Canada Cup last year, unfortunately, what was it like to secure this for Fredericton, and what will it mean about bringing people a live event, but also a boost to the local economy and to the local curling community?
Natalie, can you tell us who that question was directed to?
Kathy, I believe.
Kathy Henderson?
Yes.
Okay, Kathy, are you available to answer that one?
I sure am, and thank you very much, Natalie, and hello, everyone. I just wanted to maybe add that we're really thrilled to be going back to Fredericton. Natalie, I hope I'm going to answer your question, and I'll give you some time to respond to see whether I have done so. I wanted to start off by saying Fredericton put a knock it out of the park bid together originally for them. This is all pre-pandemic. We were thrilled to be working with them, and everything was going along absolutely tickety-boo. When the pandemic happened, we stayed in constant contact with the people there, recognizing, we didn't really know what was going on, but one of the things that we did know going into this is that we did want to work with Fredericton, and with our partners at, in New Brunswick. So really, I would say going through this, the question in the mind of Curling Canada was not, do we still want them? It's, did they still want us? Like, would this fit into the sort of the tourism programs and the timing if we were to go back the year after the pandemic and begin to work with them? So the intent has always been to work with those partners that we work really well with. And really all it was after we decided that we still wanted to remain working together was to figure out when and how we were going to proceed. Am I answering your question?
Yes. And was it sort of challenging to get this set up amid all of the COVID-19 restrictions?
I would say, sort of yes and no. I think there was never a challenge in that we did not want to work with Fredericton and bring the event back. But yes, in that, it's still challenging. Things are changing every day. Public health authorities and local government, public health still have a lot to say about what we can do and who can come and what are the hurdles that we need to pass in order to be able to bring those events in. But I will say very willing partners. The Hub City taught us a tremendous amount about how to do this really well. And it is our goal is to really stay very, very close with the organizing committee and the local governments and our colleagues in New Brunswick to make sure that we pull this off successfully and safely.
Al, if it's okay, I have a question for Wayne.
Sure.
Yep.
Hi, Wayne. Congratulations, first of all. But what does this mean to you to finally have this tournament coming here?
Well, obviously, like I mentioned, we are just extremely excited, for the curling community, but also, for the city of Fredericton. And I'm looking at this as a post-COVID recovery event. It's another event that will be hosted here in the city, and a great opportunity for people to start getting out, watching some great curling, doing some socializing, and just having some fun and trying to get back to normal. So I'm really, really pleased and really excited to be able to be part of that with the city of Fredericton and our other partners here in the province.
Thanks, Wayne. Hey, just to everyone, if you want to raise your hand and you're using the Zoom app, under reactions, the bottom panel there, you click on reactions, there is the raise hand icon there. We do have another question, and this person is listed as N, the mysterious N. Go ahead and ask a question, N. Nope, no question. Oh, unmuted. No, I guess there is no question coming. So that is one of the great things, one of the mysteries of Zoom. And again, among other things, I'm looking forward to in-person news conferences in the near future too, but we do what we can. And boy, what a great, exciting day. And Wayne, again, thank you for everything you did to make today happen. Thank you to Jamie Watson and her team. Thanks to the entire city and province of city of Fredericton and the province of New Brunswick. Can't wait to get there in January. And if you have further questions, you can feel free to shoot me an email and I can direct them on to the appropriate people. I'm at acameron@curling.ca. But until
there's another hand up, Alan.
Pardon me?
There is another hand up. Mr. Hunt has his hand up.
I already no, I lowered N's mic and no question coming. So
yeah.
No.
Bill Hunt from Fredericton.
Oh, there we go. Hey, Bill. Oh, you had the applause there. That's why.
Oh, that's what that is. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, applause too. But I just wondering, was this a fresh bid process that Fredericton won, or was this kind of a settlement of a debt for reassignment of the Canada Cup last year?
Whom are you asking, Bill?
And well, Catherine or yourself, whoever can best handle that question.
Kathy,
sure. Yeah, no, I can answer that. I wouldn't say it's a settlement of a debt. It's a delayed bid. They bid on the Canada Cup. They won the bid fair and square. Health reasons did not allow us to do it in the timing that we wanted. And so there was a tremendous amount of work and commitment made towards us. So in good faith, we said we will work with the city and with the organizing committee to make sure that we deliver on the agreement that we originally had. It's just going to have to be at a different time.
Okay. The actual dates, Al. Well, you mentioned a January date, but what are the actual dates that
you should have a release. Bill had sent you a release. You should have the dates in there, but let me just open it up here, and I can tell you it will be January 20 to 23rd.
Okay, excellent.
And again, if the people on the call, if you didn't get the release, shoot me an email at acameron@curling.ca, and I can get that out to you as soon as possible. It's also on our website at curling.ca as well. So
one more follow-up, if I don't mind.
Certainly.
Wayne, is your committee ready to go, or what's first on your agenda to rev up for January?
Thanks for that question, Bill. Yeah, for sure. The committee is ready to go. And actually, we're meeting tomorrow night for our first official meeting to divvy up the responsibilities and the roles and so on and so forth. So we're ready to hit the road and get things going.
Bill, anything else?
Nope, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay, guys. thank you all for joining us today. I hope you stay cool in this hot weather. I'm sure everybody's having a good summer so far. And again, stay safe, and we will see you in January at Willie O'Ree Place. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much. Good job.
Appreciate it.